We are going to study a theory of international relations. And international relations in fact means relation between different nation state. And nation state is consisted of individuals, or we the people. We the people make India. That is written in our preamble. So therefore, nation state is nothing apart from the collection of individuals. And therefore, if we want to understand the international theory means we want to see the pattern of interaction between different nation state, that how nation state try to make a relation with each other, even what is reason behind conflict, how they should cooperate, and before coming that why states should cooperate, and what is the pattern of international relations. Just you tell that how you make relations. Forget about India and Pakistan. International relations means we want to search a pattern, a relation between India and Pakistan, between India and China. And if we want to search a pattern of relation between India and China, first you tell that how you make a relation. How you make interest? How you make relations? No, don't forget about India. What I am saying that this is question that how you make a friends. Forget about India. You are not diplomat of India as of now. We are not foreign minister of India. We are not even external affairs, and we are not the foreign secretary. In days to come, it may be. But what I am saying, the simple question that how you make the friends. Forget about realism. Tell about you.
We search for certain commonalities or some shared goals or reason.
Okay.
There's a common points.
It means in order to making friendship, you search commonality. Oh my God, this is the most strange question which I have heard. It means who's your best friend who can offer you tea, or to whom you are offering a tea? Who's your best friend? And look, again I am saying that international relations. And second, are you keeping gun? Are you keeping gun? Knife? Why not? Why not? It means you are not aware about your security. You don't care about your security. And don't smile. See, give me an answer. Why you are not keeping gun?
So due to the peaceful environment.
Due to?
Peaceful environment.
Due to peaceful environment. Oh my God! If you see the newspaper, each and every day, the people are being murdered. Even people are being killed. And look, Delhi is peaceful. Therefore, we have to redefine the meaning of peaceful. If Delhi is peaceful, therefore we have to search the meaning of peace again. What are you saying?
We are under the state, sir, that our security is.
You are under state. Okay, each and everyone is under state. And look, it means you are believing over Delhi police. Oh my friends, just I am warning you. Don't believe in Delhi police. And if you are relying over Delhi police, it is a guarantee that your security is in danger. And see, on my suggestion, please keep at least a knife and at least a gun. Because if you are not keeping a knife and gun, your life is in danger. This is not my own statement. This is said by the father of hardcore realism, Kautilya. If you want to search the start of realism, origin of realism, you have to begin from Kautilya. And look, one example, before telling you what Kautilya said there, one example. Suppose you after 8 o'clock, after finishing the class, you are going towards your home. and suddenly a person came in front of you and suddenly he slapped you, he or she slapped you, how you will react?
So why slapping him twice?
Sir, depend on his size.
So look, again I am saying that if somebody is slapping you, how you will react? That is most important question. See, first reaction may be call 100 number, and that is legal behavior. Second, what you see that you don't know, God will not forgive you. You have slapped a person like a saint. You don't know. See, each and every one is children of God, and see. So therefore, you did a very immoral act. Second type of reaction may be that. And third, you see the size and might of person who slap you. You see the size and power of person who slap you, and according to that you should react. If person is powerful, then go away from the place. And a person is that weak, you can attack over him. So therefore, third action is a realist. And therefore, dear friends, there is a very famous statement of a scholar. Nobody's permanent friend and nobody's permanent foes. And what is permanent? Interest. And look, so therefore in India, people are celebrating Karwa Chauth. Karwa Chauth means that they are worshipping that we want to keep a partner for lifelong. Oh my God, this is biggest joke for realist. No partnership lasts for lifelong. So Digvijay Singh is a politician who knows the realism. And do you know the Shashi Tharoor?
Yes.
Shashi Tharoor is a realist. He is a really diplomat. Shashi Tharoor is a really diplomat who married 3 times and preparing for 4th one. Because nothing is permanent. So what is a permanent? Interest. So their friend and foes are continuously changing. That is the essence of realism. Foundation of realism or precursors of realism. And what you are told in the layman language, now we are going to tell you theoretically that what Kautilya says that the precursors of realism, it means intellectual foundation stone of realism. First, Kautilya said that maximization of power is an ultimate objective of a state. And when Kautilya said that for maximizing the power, each and every tactics can be applied, like Sam, policy of peace, Dam, policy of concession, Danda, policy of punishment, and Veda, divide and rule. Sam, Dam, Danda, Veda, divide and rule. And same in that idea was expressed by one Greek thinker, and that is Thucydides. Thucydides said that power politics prevails in this world. Thucydides said that power politics prevails in this world, and morality and justice doesn't exist in this world. Thucydides explained the fighting between 2 small states in Greek age. And look, even Thucydides simply says that always stronger win the race. So therefore there is no morality, no justice in international politics. And this international politics revolves around the power and power, interest and interest. Justice and morality present nowhere. In modern Western thought, realism begins from Machiavelli. Machiavelli was Italian, and Machiavelli says that every state is a potential enemy. It means you can't rely over anyone. You can't rely over anyone except your own force. Your own force. Therefore, Machiavelli was also a realist. So these are the intellectual foundation of realism. And apart from that, last one, English philosopher Hobbes, Hobbes, also said that in absence of a strong state, anarchy prevails in the society. Hobbes also emphasized, even the conclusion of Machiavelli and Hobbes is same. Hobbes also emphasized about power and strength of a state. Hobbes also emphasized over power and strength of a state. It's also known as sovereignty in politics, which is also known as sovereignty. But these are the intellectual foundation of internationalism. And now I am going to tell you some historical events, how realist international theory became very strong, how the realist theory of international became very influential, and that in fact happens after First World War. See, after First World War, you know that Woodrow Wilson, the former American president, Woodrow Wilson even was very much hurt to see, that the human loss in the First World War. And therefore, Woodrow Wilson, by inspiration of Woodrow Wilson, first time an international organization was set up in the world that was known as the League of Nations. And League of Nations after First World War was set up in 1919. And the primary purpose of League of Nations to make peace and cooperation in this world. But League of Nations was, that even League of Nations was broken by Katappa. It means League of Nations were broken by Mussolini and Hitler. And so therefore, in case of international relations, when we are going to see the relation between different nation states, the exact example is the after First World War. After First World War, Woodrow Wilson was looking for establishing a peace and cooperation in this world. Woodrow Wilson thought that in days to come, no war will take place. But that was never happened. That became merely an imagination only. And therefore, E.H. Carr, a person who wrote after the First World War, E.H. Carr said that E.H. Carr wrote a very famous book, 20th Years Crisis. E.H. Carr wrote a very famous book, 20th Years Crisis. In 20th Years Crisis, and 20th Years Crisis means crisis between 1919 to 1939. Because 20th Year Crisis means crisis between First and Second World War. Crisis between First and Second World War. And E.H. Carr said that morality, justice, even E.H. Carr said that morality and justice was thrown away in international politics. Morality and justice was thrown away in international politics. And power politics was dominating during the 20th Years Crisis. Power politics was dominating during the 20th Years Crisis. Power politics was dominating during the 20th Years Crisis. It means E.H. Carr said that national interest, national security, power politics dominates international politics rather than peace, harmony and internationalism. And it means on the basis of what was said by Greek scholars, Machiavelli, Kautilya, E.H. Carr, we can point out some basics of realism. We can point out some basics of realism before telling what Morgenthau said about realism. See, all scholars, even we have examined all scholars, and we can write the ideas of all scholars in 3 points. If we want to produce, that a story of entire realism in a concrete, in a 3 points, so how we can write the essence of realism first. if we want to write the essence of realism, that is first, statism. If you want to write the essence of realism, the first and foremost is statism. Statism means this international politics is state-centric. This international politics is state-centric. Regional organizations, it means United Nations, SAARC, WTO, these are not important. What are important? Nation state and nation state. So state-centric world means state is the most fundamental unit of international politics. State is the most fundamental unit of international politics rather than non-state actor or international organization. State is the most fundamental unit in international politics rather than regional organizations or international organizations. Just I am giving you an example. Recently you might have seen the fact that even a BRICS summit was organized in Goa. BRICS summit was organized in Goa. Chinese president criticized Pakistan? Not at all. Chinese president was not at all ready to criticize Pakistan. Remember, I am saying you, recently even International Court of Arbitration gave a verdict against China. China said, who cares? The International Court of Arbitration. It means what? It means what? Nothing. China is not willing to obey the order of International Court of Arbitration. And believe me, Russia invaded over Ukraine. When Russia invaded over Ukraine, each and everyone says that, oh, it is happening wrong, it should not happen. Just like I am keeping both of my hands in my pocket and person X is beating person Y, and what I am saying that it is very wrong, it should not happen. The person will be protected. So therefore, one thing is important. So we have to study. See, always we see that why Britain exist from the European Union. What is the reason behind the exit of Britain from European Union? And therefore, Modi took a very important step. He said that I am not going to participate in the United Nations organization. Look, this is a realist step. If you want to understand the India's foreign policy from a realist perspective, why Modi didn't participate in the United Nations organization? What is the United Nations organization? A puppet in hand of United States. So what is the advantage to go in UN? And second, Modi even didn't participate in the NAM summit in Venezuela too. What lesson we are getting? This is exactly what a realist said. So therefore, if you know the realism, only then you can analyze the India's foreign policy too. Because first we have to study realism and then we have to apply the realist principle while analyzing the foreign policy. That is therefore, if you know the first section, second section becomes very easier. So tell me, Modi didn't went in the summit of United Nations. Is it the right decision or wrong?
Right.
According to realist, right? And second, Modi even didn't participate in NAM too. Right or wrong? According to realist, right. According to realist, right. Because statism means nobody can protect the interest of others except, the state itself. So therefore, one thing is important, that is a hardcore belief of realism. So don't say that, no, in the age of liberalism and globalization, state is sinking. Now the world is becoming like a global village. Not at all. Realist, very realist since beginning till now. Realist believe that state is the most fundamental unit in the international politics, nothing else. Second point. Second, survival of the state is the most important. Second basic assumption of realist is the survival of the state is the most important. See, survival simply means, just you tell that, what is most fundamental? What is most fundamental need which you want to fulfill? What is your most fundamental need? Second, are you secure? Are you secure or insecure? Who are secure? You are secure? And who are insecure? Why? What will? You don't have revolver, therefore you are insecure. So look, when we are saying that, look, for you too, the most important desire of human being, security. Security. And just like we want to secure our own body, similarly, there is a body of a nation state too. And what is the body of a nation state? Territory. Territory. So most fundamental objective of a state is to protecting the unity and integrity of a country. Survival means preserving unity and integrity. Preserving unity and integrity of a country is the most fundamental objective of a nation state. Is the most fundamental objective of a nation state. So therefore, survival is important, and it means each and every state want to maximize the stockpile of its arms, well, in order to secure the country, in order to secure the unity and integrity of a country. Only a state can protect itself. Therefore, a state can't depend over any international organization. A state can't depend over any international organization for her own security. It means security is the responsibility of a state itself. Therefore, North Korea is wise or not? So North Koreans are, you know that, they are even increasing their stockpiles of arms. And look, even Pakistani too. If you look the size of Pakistan is one of the smallest country in the world, geographically, but it is the 6th largest military power in the world. Because no country want to rely over other. So therefore, I am saying that you should not rely over the Delhi police. Look, Nehru was very much romantic, who were relying over United Nations, who were relying over global peace. And some core assumption of realist. Now begin what Morgenthau says that, and see, whatever realists are there, their major assumption are same. It is not going to be changed. Only words are different. So their major assumption are same. So look, what Morgenthau says that next, Morgenthau. So now we are going to begin the ideas of Morgenthau. Morgenthau is also realist. And Morgenthau very simply says that politics is based on, Morgenthau is an American who wrote a very famous book, Politics Among the Nations. Politics Among the Nations in 1948. Look the year after Second World War. And after Second World War, there is a Cold War in the international politics. After 1945, there was an intense Cold War between Soviet Union and United States of America. So look the phase in which Morgenthau was writing. So therefore, what Morgenthau says that politics is based on objective laws underlying, which is rooted in. Politics is based on objective laws, which is rooted in the human nature, which is rooted in the human nature. Human nature. It means Morgenthau want to establish a correlation between human nature and politics. And politics here means international politics. Here politics means international politics. And he tried to establish a correlation between the human nature and international politics. It means before understanding that what international politics is, first you tell that what is your human nature, what you want to seek, what you want to get, material well-being, others, peace, you want to get peace. Where is the market of peace? From where we can get peace? What you want to get, my dear friends, Morgenthau said that what is human nature, and most importantly, human nature, what you want, I am telling you. See, you want to become more and more powerful. You want to attain glory. You want to get strength. What is specific in civil services? What is specific in civil services? Power. So therefore, if you want, Morgenthau said that what is human nature? Human nature want to maximize power and power. And what is human nature? Human nature always to dominate others. While we are staying in a hostel, we always try to dominate over the other members of hostel. Keep quiet, I am a senior. And without asking me how you can organize any program in a hostel, no, I will not let it happen. So therefore, what is basic human nature? To get more and more power. What is basic human nature? To establish domination over others. That is basic nature of human being for Morgenthau. That is basic nature of human being for Morgenthau. And second, it is objective means it is unchangeable human nature. Objective means it is immutable. It is immutable. It is unchangeable. It is unchangeable human nature. It is immutable human nature. And again, therefore I am saying that politics, the law of politics is based on objective laws. Wherever I am repeating objective laws, it means it is unchangeable. It can't be changed. And second, it is rooted in human nature. It is rooted in human nature. It means basic nature of human being is power seeker. Each and everyone is power seeker, and therefore state and government is made of human being. Therefore, see why there is a problem between India and Pakistan. Look, according to Morgenthau, what Morgenthau want to explain? Why there is a conflict between India and Pakistan? Because India means government of India. Pakistan means government of Pakistan, and government is made by the Council of Ministers. Government means Council of Ministers, and Council of Ministers is headed by either Nawaz Sharif or Modi. So Nawaz Sharif and Modi both are power seekers. So therefore, if nature of human being is to dominate, is to get more and more power, what is international politics? Is a power politics. So Morgenthau says that what is the reason behind the conflict in international relations? That lies in human nature. Morgenthau says that the basic reason behind the conflict in international politics lies in human nature. And if you want to establish a peace in this world, the equation is very simple. If we want to establish peace in this world, change the human nature. And which is impossible. Why he said that objective laws? Morgenthau says that human nature is beyond the change. It means conflict is inevitable. Morgenthau says that since human nature is beyond the change, therefore conflict is inevitable. Inevitable, underline. It means conflict is not transitional. Conflict is not transitional. It is not for time being. It is not for time being. And therefore, don't ask the question that whether this conflict will be in Europe, Asia, Africa, everywhere, because he is talking about human nature. And he never talk about the human being of America, human being of Asia, Africa. He says that this is the basic human nature because basic human nature who want to dominate others, who want to seek power. So one thing is important. If you want to change the international politics, change the human behavior. And for Morgenthau, it is impossible. And Morgenthau, it means, therefore, Morgenthau overlook any probability of, therefore Morgenthau overlooked any probability of cooperation in international politics. Any probability of cooperation in international politics. See, he never imagined any cooperation in international politics. Therefore, talking with Pakistan is meaningless. Try to making peace with China is absurd. So what even really says that believe in power, believe in strength, because conflict is inevitable rule of the game of this world. Conflict is inevitable, and that is therefore Morgenthau, the first scholar who tried to interrelate, who tried to make a connectivity between human behavior and the behavior of a state, because a state is consisted of human being. So on the basis of defining the nature of human being, he explained the nature of a state. He explained the nature of a state. Therefore, Morgenthau is considered as the first theorist of realism. He is considered as first theorist of realism. He is considered the first theorist of realism. First theorist of realism. Second principle, national interest. National interest is fundamental, and second point, national interest is a fundamental and most important in international politics. National interest is a fundamental and most important in international politics. And for Morgenthau, maximization of power. For Morgenthau, maximization of power gives a guarantee. Maximization of power gives a guarantee for protecting. Maximization of power gives a guarantee for protecting the national interest. Gives a guarantee for protecting the national interest. And what Morgenthau says that increasing her strategic interest, security interest is a national interest. And for Morgenthau, national interest is synonymous with power. For Morgenthau, national interest and power is interchangeable. For Morgenthau, national interest and power is interchangeable. Therefore, realism is also known as power politics. Therefore, realism is also known as power politics. Power politics underline. And how Morgenthau defined the power? Morgenthau says that how Morgenthau defined the power. Morgenthau said that controlling the mind and action of others. Morgenthau said that controlling the mind and action of others is power. And even most interestingly, what Morgenthau said that controlling mind and action of others is power. And even he said that whether it is domestic politics or international politics, it is struggle for power. Whether it is domestic politics means power struggle is going on between BJP and Aam Aadmi Party, and same time power struggle is going on between India and China. So whether it is domestic politics or international politics, one thing is permanent, and that is power politics. So for Morgenthau, politics means power politics. And but you know that Morgenthau is a realist, and realists are very much pragmatic. Morgenthau is a realist, and realists are always pragmatic. And very interesting point what Morgenthau explained. I am explaining the second point. Still very clear in the second point. Even Morgenthau says that how a state can maximize the national interest. Even he gave the principle that how a state can maximize the national interest. He gave the principle first. Even we are explaining the second point. First means here A part of second point. We are still explaining the second point. A. See, national interest can be secured. National interest can be secured according to the strength or capability of a nation. Strength or capability of a nation. And just I am telling you, just I am selling some different examples. Even therefore, never engage in a fight with a person who is mightier than you. Take some lesson from realist. It means what Morgenthau says that try to maximizing your own interest, but remember that interest should be maximizing according to your strength and capability. And therefore, in the case of conflict between India and Pakistan will defeat inevitably, because Pakistan is comparatively weak state in comparison to India. And look, if India want to take over China, result is well known. So what Morgenthau says that, and this type of mistake was done by Saddam Hussein in 1990 when Saddam Hussein attacked over Kuwait. And Saddam Hussein lost the interest of Iraq. Saddam Hussein was the leader of Iraq who attacked over not only Kuwait but who challenged the supremacy of United States too. And Hitler probably, had Hitler studied the Morgenthau, Hitler would have never invaded Russia, because Hitler invaded Russia. Even Hitler want to increase her interest beyond his capability. So never do anything beyond your capability. Otherwise, it is guarantee of destruction. What is it? What is standard? What is norms for making a foreign policy? Only standard and norms is getting more and more power, nothing else. It means foreign policy shouldn't be made on the principle of preserving the democracy, no. Protecting the even expansion the socialism, no. Human rights, no. Environment, no. One fundamental criteria and standard for making foreign policy, that is only and only national interest. See, Morgenthau also said that. Morgenthau also said that each and every state should adopt the policies of give and take. Third principle of Morgenthau. See, before telling the Morgenthau, see, Morgenthau time and again said that national interest is important. We should preserve our national interest. So tell me, what is your interest now? What is your interest? Then we will consider over the interest of a nation state. What is your interest? Tell. It is objective or interest? Okay, both. So tell me, what is your interest? While you are saying maximize the power, it means it appears very abstract. True, you want to maximize the power. But can you specify that what is your interest? Can you specify that what is your interest? To you are studying how you can earn more and more money. Even presently you are studying how you can earn more and more money. And I am reminding your interest. See, right now you are looking for a cheaper accommodation, cheaper lodging and fooding facility, and less costly coaching institute. That is your interest. Why you are not remembering that simple point? Why you are becoming too much theoretical? And look, if this is our own interest, but after recruitment of civil services, your interest will remain the same or it will change? It will change. After selection, I see, now you regularly meet with me and always ask that how you should sleep. After selection, will you phone me? Will you call me? Oh, I am very much thankful. But I know that, my dear, because thereafter your interest will change. So therefore you will look for the maintaining better relation with politician, your seniors, in order to getting better posting. Same thing was said by Morgenthau too. So what he said there, third principle, what he said there, national interest. Third principle of Morgenthau says that national interest is the most important. National interest is the most important, but it changes according to. National interest is most important, but it changes according to changing time and circumstances. But it changes according to changing time and circumstances. It means national interests are fundamental. It means national interests are fundamental, but it is not objective or static. National interests are fundamental, but it is not objective or static. It is not objective or static. Again I am saying, it is not objective or static means even it always change according to changing circumstances. So you have to remember the fact that national interest is most fundamental, but it also change. It also change. Now some people say that, even therefore some people describe that there are two dimensions of national interest. One is a core national interest and second one is subsidiary. Core national interest never change, but the subsidiary interest always change. What is the core? What is a secondary interest always change? What is the core national interest? Preserving unity and integrity of a country, securing a country. That is a core national interest. So core national interest never change. Peripheries can be changed. Peripheries can be changed. And fourth principle of Morgenthau. Fourth principle of Morgenthau. One thing is very clear for Morgenthau. Morality is not the guiding principles of policies of morality is not the guiding principles of policies of the nation state. Guiding principles of policies of the nation state. That's interesting. Morality is not applicable over the behavior of nation state. It means, see, before telling you what Morgenthau said, one example. See, do you believe morality in international relations or not? You don't believe in morality? You are the follower of Morgenthau? You don't believe in Gandhi? And one example. Suppose that person X is appointed as an Indian ambassador in the United States, and US government asks that, Mr. Ambassador, can you tell me the number of nuclear weapons is kept by India? And then what he will say? No, I have studied ethics in fourth paper. I will tell truth. I will not tell a lie. I will tell truth. And you will say that we are keeping 250 weapons. Is it right or wrong? It means you also favor immoral act. So one thing is important for Morgenthau. Morality is not guiding principle. Why morality is not guiding principle? Because what Morgenthau says that, Morgenthau said that morality is applicable. Morgenthau said that morality is applicable over individuals or human beings. Morality is applicable over individuals or human beings, but it is not applied over the nation state. It is not applied over the nation state. And what Morgenthau want to say, we can explain like that. It means Morgenthau somehow divided between politics and morality. He was in favor of division between politics and morality. When he said that, because politics means the behavior of a state and government. Politics deals with the state and government. And remember, what is the most important objective of a state and government? To protecting the unity and integrity of a state or security. Protecting unity and integrity of a state. Protecting unity and integrity of a state is the most fundamental objective of politics. So the primary factor behind the state is that, so for Morgenthau, diplomats should look the preserving the unity and integrity of a state. That is the primary job of a diplomat. It means, and morality deals with compassion, love, care and share, helping others, telling truth. This means morality. So it means morality deals with telling truth, care and share, helping others. That means morality. That means morality. And that means morality. So therefore, Morgenthau divided between politics and morality. And Morgenthau says that even because the primary interest of nation to secure her boundary, therefore India's surgical strike over Pakistan is moral or immoral? Killing people is moral or immoral? Killing people is moral or immoral? Again, when people were killed by state means when people were killed by army, it is moral. Because had state not killed these terrorists would have created a threat for national security. So again I am saying that morality is not applicable over state. Morality is not applicable over state. Does it mean that Morgenthau is immoral? Does it mean that Morgenthau is against the morality? The next, Morgenthau is not against the morality. Morgenthau is not against the morality because Morgenthau said that state can act morally too. Because Morgenthau said that state can act morally for maximizing her strength and power. For maximizing her strength or power. Therefore, you remember, Morgenthau is amoral, not immoral. Therefore, Morgenthau is amoral. So one word, amoral. Amoral means morality is not applicable with state and government. Amoral. And again, there is a difference between amoral and immoral. Immoral means he is against the morality. He never said that. He said that, see, just I'm telling that how morality can be an instrument for furthering the national interest. Look, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, when he was addressing the people on the 15th August from the rampart of Red Fort, he said that my heart goes out for the people who were tortured in Baluchistan. He took a moral stand. See what Modi said, that I am very much worried about the people who were tortured in Balochistan. See, this is a moral stand, but it was moral for maximizing the national interest. Maximizing national interest. So simply Morgenthau said that. But if we had to choose one option between two, on the one hand we have to increase the security of a nation, and second, well-being of the people, well-being and speaking truth. So what option we should adopt? And therefore the realist like Morgenthau redefine the morality. Each and every state action is moral if it is furthering the national interest. If it is furthering national interest, then each and every action of a state is moral. Each and every action is moral if it is furthering the national interest. It means end is national interest, morality is a means. End or objective is national interest, morality is merely a means. Morality is merely a means. Morality is merely means. So this is the fourth principle of Morgenthau. Next, fifth one. Morgenthau said that the foreign policy of a state must be prudent, which means must be prudent. Prudent means it should be rational, logical. The foreign policy of a state must be prudent, means rational and logical. Must be prudent means rational and logical, and universal principles underline. And universal principles is not applicable. Universal principles is not applicable over the act of state. Universal principle is not applicable over the act of a state. And what are universal principles? What are universal principles? Like collective security, ideas of United Nations, protection of environment, human rights. These are universal principles. So Morgenthau said that keep it aside. Universal principles are not applicable over the behavior of a state. And because time and again we have repeated the fact that what is a guiding principle for a state? Furthering the national interest. So universal principles means therefore universal moral principle, like when human rights. Therefore you see that no state worry about human rights. And see, India is more worried for increasing the presence of China in Sri Lanka rather than killing of Tamilians in Sri Lanka. Killing of Tamilians is not a matter of worry for India. And look, even United States of America, even attack over Saddam Hussein. And what was the allegation against Saddam Hussein? Saddam Hussein killed and tortured the Kurd ethnic community, the people belonging to ethnic community. They are the Sunni Muslims. But even Turkey is constantly killing the Kurd. US is not against Turkey because Turkey is an ally of United States of America. Therefore, look, even one thing is very important said by Professor Upendra Bakshi. There are two terms, politics of human rights and politics for human rights. What realists believe that what happens in this world? Politics of human rights, not politics for human rights. So therefore, you must be aware of the hard-core principle of international politics. And therefore, forget about 200 years ago and present. The international politics is same. Power politics is going on, and power politics prevails in this world. That's the reality. That we can't deny. And that is said by Morgenthau. Therefore, it is said that timeless vision of realism. Why we say that timeless vision of realism? Timeless means forget about 16th century, 21st century. Forget about US or India. Realism prevails everywhere. And don't say that now earlier there was no industrialization. Now we are living in a globalized world, liberalized world. Nothing happens. What is ultimate truth of this international politics? Power prevails. Power prevails. And my dear friends, what I am saying, we have to study United Nations Organization too. Look, United Nations Organization Charter, it clearly mentioned that the sovereignty of each and every nation is equal. It means what United Nations Charter proclaimed that Bhutan and the United States of America is equal. Oh my God. What you are saying? It means Great Khali and Rajpal Yadav is equal. What we are talking about? Even this is what the Charter of United Nations said. What is reality? Charter of United Nations or realism? So realists believe that power prevails in this world. And my dear friends, each and every state is not equally powerful. Some are more powerful, and therefore, what is international law? International organization, these are meaningless. Nothing. And what we know the international law, it is in fact, it is a morality, nothing else. It is morality. So one thing is important lesson: might is right prevails in this world politics. That what realist tells. Might is right prevails in this world politics. So therefore, Russia invaded Ukraine. Last point, 6 principles of Morgenthau. So don't live in illusion. And see, therefore, UPSC introduce the ethics. Unnecessarily introduce the ethics. What is, see, you want to become powerful or you want to become good human being? You want to become powerful person, good human being?
We are already good human beings. Now we want to become powerful.
Oh my God! You are a good human being. Then why you are not pursuing the good path of good human being? You can become like Mother Teresa. What you are doing? My dear friends, don't keep a veil. Don't keep a mask. This is not. Don't be personal, but this is true. We want to get more and more power, and therefore realism is a universally truth. So therefore I have said a timeless vision of realism. This is the reason why I have said that timeless vision of realism. Last point, 6 principles of Morgenthau. 6 principles of Morgenthau. He said that Morgenthau said that politics is an autonomous underline. Autonomous, it means politics is not influenced by. Autonomous means politics is not influenced by morality, law, or economy. Politics is not influenced by morality, law or economy. Remember what happens, what mistake we commit. See, a teacher of economics, what he teach that? Because India-China relation will improve because our trade is being improving. Not at all, not at all. See the realist. See the realist. Just I am telling you, the bilateral trade between United States of America, the bilateral trade between United States of America and China is stand up to $600 billion. $600 billion. But there is a conflict, a strategic conflict. And just I want to prove one example. Just I want to tell you one example. Do you think that Chinese-Pakistan relations are better or India-Chinese relations are better? What do you think that Chinese-Pakistan relations are better or India-China relations better? I am giving a second fact. The bilateral trade between China and Pakistan is nearly $10 billion. Bilateral trade between India and China is approximately $60 billion. Now you will still believe that relation between China and Pakistan is better? Answer is yes. Don't see economics. Politics. Politics save the economics. That what really says that? Really says that politics save the economics, not vice versa. Politics save the economics, and therefore politics is an autonomous activity. And we look, therefore, even bilateral trade between India and USA may be less in comparison to USA and China, but strategic and political partnership is more with USA and India right now. And therefore you say that we are supporting India's surgical strike over Pakistan. So that is reason what Morgenthau says that. So always believe politics is an autonomous activity. So a student of economics can't understand the politics, but he only रायता फैला देता है. पॉलिटिक्स पर रायता फैला देगा कोई भाई ऐसे पॉलिटिक्स होता है. नॉट एट ऑल. Economy doesn't dominate the politics. What realist is at the firm way. So therefore, if economy doesn't dominate the politics, then politics will change in days of liberalization. Politics will change in days of liberalization, globalization. What is liberalization? What is globalization? It is merely change of economics. So economics determine the politics or politics determine the economics. Politics determine the economics. That is all about realism. That is 6 principles of Morgenthau. That is 6 principles of Morgenthau. Next. So one thing is important. If we are understanding these theories, foreign policy, just to apply realist, liberal foreign policy, you can analyze Indo-China relation. Second, first Morgenthau's concept of realism, which is known as a traditional realism. Now, neo-realism. First Morgenthau's concept of realism, which is known as a traditional realism. Now, neo-realism. Now, second heading is neo-realism, or it is also known as structural neo-realism. It is also known as structural realism, and propounder is Kenneth Waltz. The propounder of structural realism is Kenneth Waltz, and Kenneth Waltz wrote a book, that is Theory of International Politics, and look the year 1979. Theory of International Politics, that was written in 1979. However, the Politics Among Nations of Morgenthau was written in 1948. So look the difference of time. And although in 1979 And Kenneth Walt is also an American. Kenneth Walt is also an American. And in 1979, even 1979, what happened in United States, not only 1979, but it happened after 1945. 45, even the behavioral movement became very strong in United States of America. And because of the strong, that influence of behavioral movement in the United States of America, even each and every person who belonged to the social sciences, including the international relations, they were looking for making international relations on some scientific base. They want to develop an objective and scientific principles of international relation. So there was a logical impact of behavioralism over realism too. Again, I am repeating that behavioralism means simply, even they want to make international relations more objective, more scientific. So therefore, behavioralism simply means quantification of the studies, and behavioralism means they want to develop a more scientific, more objective theory of international relations, which could be more precise, which could be more relevant. Because there is one problem in Morgenthau. Morgenthau says that the base of international politics rooted in human nature, and that was very debatable, contested concept. How we can blame the human being for all conflict in human nature, all conflict in international politics? If human nature is bad, even realists describe human nature is egoist, power seeker, bad. So can't we find a good human being too? So Morgenthau's explanation of international relations on the basis of human nature, that was very contested concept. And people have time and again, and even feminists say that, Mr. Morgenthau, what you are saying? Even Morgenthau said that human nature is bad, egoist. Feminists say that, look, this is the nature of male, not a human being. This is the nature of a male. So this became very contested when we are saying that all human people are being egoist, selfish, and therefore Kenneth Waltz tried to develop more scientific and objective theory of realism, and which became a neo-realism. It means what Kenneth Waltz says. So Kenneth Waltz tried to develop a more objective and scientific theory of realism. Therefore, he never taken into account the human nature. He never taken into account the human nature, but instead he emphasized over the structure of international politics, structure underline. He emphasized over the structure of international politics. And while we are studying structure of international politics, just like structure of this building is consisted of bricks. Just like what is structure of society? Society is consisted of family, caste, clan. So wherever we are talking of structure means what are the basic elements from which system is made. And when Kenneth Waltz says that the structure of international politics, let us find out what is the structure of international politics. Kenneth Ward said that state or Kenneth Ward said that state or the fundamental unit. Kenneth Ward said that state or the fundamental unit underline of international politics state or the fundamental unit of international politics and state or the fundamental unit of international politics and capabilities of state. And Keynes Ward says that capabilities underline, capabilities in bracket power. Kenneth Ward says that capabilities of state are not same. Capabilities underline, capabilities of state are not same. Function may be same. Capabilities of state is not same. Again I am saying that why function may be same, because each and every state perform the law and order, each and every state maintain the law and order, each and every state take care for the need of security, each and every state provide the welfare facility. So function is same, it's not power and capability. So look, according to power and capability, some state like there is United States of America, China, and on the bottom Bhutan, Rwanda, Burundi, Haiti, Tuvalu, Solomon Island. So therefore distribution of power is not same in international politics. It means distribution of capability is not equal. It means international politics is hierarchical underline. It means international politics is hierarchical. International politics is hierarchical, and because some states are more powerful, and other states are smaller. Other states are smaller, and there is no organization in this world, or there is no entity, whether you see entity or organization, which can regulate. There is no organization in this world, there is no entity in this world which can regulate the behavior of nation state, which can regulate the behavior of nation state. Therefore, structure of international politics. Therefore, structure of international politics is anarchic underline. Therefore, structure of international politics is anarchic underline. It means, if you look, Kenneth Ward is not focusing over human nature, not focusing over state. Kenneth Ward is not focusing over human nature, he is not focusing over state, but he is focusing over structure. Structure and a structure of international politics shapes the behavior of a nation state, not human nature. The structure of this world politics shapes the behavior of a human nature. And what structure tells? There is anarchy. Anarchy means even power prevails. Anarchy simply means power prevails in this world. Power prevails in this world. So therefore, the conclusion of both Morgenthau and Kenneth Walsh is similar, but analysis is different. But the points of Kenneth Walsh tomorrow onwards. That is all for today.